Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. If you're not familiar with me, I'm Niles Gregory and I'm a touring guitarist as well as a content creator. I create most of my content over on Instagram, but I'm starting to do more content for YouTube, and today is the first of my new episode series called Riff City Sundays. And thank you so much for tuning in. Without further ado, let's kind of like hop right into it. I was really hoping to have like an idea for a riff for today's episode, for episode 1, but in true me fashion, the well has kind of dried up a little bit, if you will. A lot of times when I come home from tour, which I just did a couple weeks ago, I'm very inspired and write a lot after that. And that is exactly what I did. I wrote like 3 to 4 ideas. And of course, now the well has dried up a little bit, but no fear, I have a fix for that. So what I like to do to get inspiration is just build a vibe with a bunch of samples and ideas like that, which I like anyways because as a guitar player, I kind of have my typical bag of tricks of like similar kind of riffs that I end up playing when a guitar is first put into my hands. With this, if I build a vibe first, that kind of helps dictate what the guitar part should be, how it should be played, and oftentimes I end up thinking outside of the box, and it pushes me to play a little bit differently. So if that's not like a method that you've ever tried before, definitely would highly recommend that. It really helps with inspiration and can just really help kind of get you out of like a creative rut, and it's just fun. But anyways, we're gonna hop into Logic. I've been writing a lot in like 90 to like 130 tempos, so I think we're gonna bump this up to 165 for today. And then we're gonna open Arcade. It is on Grind City, which is a fun line. I really like that, and I think that's probably the one we're gonna end up using. But just to shout out a couple others, I really like Dark Pop. Hard Mode is cool. Distant Voices, Drip is really cool. I like vintage synths a lot. Obsidian is cool. I've overused 0 Hour like crazy. Let's jump back into Grind City. And then I think we're actually going to go back to that one that I was on, Miscreant. And then I already have it set to F sharp major because I'm probably going to use my new Schecter Keith Merrow 7-string, the new baritone one, like 28-inch scale, and I have it set up in F sharp right now. I also don't write in major scales too often, a minor boy. I like my sad songs. Okay, I kind of like that. We're not going to overthink anything. We're just going to start laying stuff down. We're going to put this together like a Lego set, and we are going to see what happens. Cool. What else is in here? Pretty cool too. I'm gonna track this one too, just to have it. It's actually cute guy. Kind of like that more, anyways. I feel like this is gonna be some pretty like new metal kind of vibes. We'll throw that in there. All right, let's go into another line. Let's see what we got in here. Kind of cool. I'm already getting some ideas here, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pan these guys and like that, and this opposite. And then this, I really want to... Honestly, this might be enough for me to even just start riffing around. Why don't we just hop right into it? Got the KM7. It's very beautiful. Already has some wonderful chips. things on it from tour. Had some oopsies on tour with my other guitars, and they were lovely enough to send this to me mid-tour. Cool, let's riff around. Okay, I think I might have something. Let's try to track a scratch. Okay, that's kind of the idea for the riff. It's very like Polaris-y, and we can kind of keep that going. Alright, well, let's just put drums on this. They're all so double kicky. That's not the vibe. Let's see how that. Yeah, cool. That works. We'll tweak the drums later. That's something I really like about using grooves is you can kind of just drag and drop and you can have the vibe, and then you can just rock and roll. Go in and tweak the drums later, tweak them to match hits, change up fills, change up patterns, whatever. And then there you go. You have your own unique part. We're going to go ahead and we are going to actually track this really quick. 40 takes later, here we go. Okay, cool. Really liking that idea. I'm going to tune up and then I'm going to get a few more solid takes of that bad boy. Then we're going to double it, move on. We're going to keep building this bad boy out. Cool. We're all tuned up. Low latency mode back on. We're going to do a few more takes of that. Then we're going to do the double. And yeah, I have so many takes now. I'm going to just comp this really quick. Cool, so we have that all comped. We're going to bring that down to one of my mains there. We're going to track it and get the other side. We're going to track to get the other side. And then we're going to keep on trucking along with this stuff. Let's go. That felt pretty solid. All right, let me clean this up really quick and then we'll move on. So I just went through, I comped and I edited all the guitars for that part. Let's hear how it sounds. Sick. Awesome. All right, let's change up the drums. In true guitar player, I want to kind of just follow the riff. Okay. Yeah, so we'll throw in some fills and do some like cymbal accents and stuff in there too. But I kind of like that pattern. Add some accents here. We smash it on the China. And maybe I want to mute these. I feel like there's too many kicks in that last part right there. Yeah, that's cool. Sick. And then I'm gonna just copy, paste those kicks over to here. Then we'll just have to change up that end. Okay. Something like that. Not too bad. Let's hear it. Like a spillover fill? Yeah, that's kind of... Alright. Nice. Pretty sick. Alright, now it is time for bass. Now we got the bass done. We have the low end up on there with the distortion track. Let's hear how it sounds. Nice. Sounds pretty good. Add some like ambient guitars or maybe like a lead. I'm just gonna loop this and I'm gonna mess around with some different tones and see if I can come up with something kind of cool for this part. Okay, sick. I like that idea. I'm gonna just put it down. Let's get her done. All right. I'm gonna just fly that down. Then I'm gonna try another one. All right, we got those edited. Let's hear how it sounds. Sick. Now, another thing I like to do, I mean, I can obviously find pads and stuff like that, but I like to do some ambient guitar, like a pad. I have like a, call it like my post-rock patch, but it's just stuff like this. Yeah, just pretty much a guitar pad. So, let's see what we can add there. We're gonna drop it down into my cool. The other side. Yeah, I just want it to be subtle in there. Here's the whole thing. Sick. All right, so I think I'm gonna stop it here. So what I'll do real quick is I'm gonna turn my master bus off. We'll listen to it without the master bus on, and then I'll put the master back on, and then we will say our goodbyes until next week. Here we go. All right, and then let's put the master bus chain on. Here we go. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me for the first episode of Riff City Sundays. If you like what you saw today, please like and subscribe. And if you want me to keep working on this song for the next Riff City Sunday, please let me know in the comments. Or if you want to see me write a riff in a different style, let me know what you want to see. Or even if it's not even just a riff, let me know what you would love to see in the next Riff City Sunday. I know this one might have been a little rough around the edges, but I'm sure things are going to smooth out as I get more used to doing this stuff. Either way, thank you guys so much for joining me. I will catch you next time. Peace out.